Welcome back to another one of our taste test videos. Today we went to 7-Eleven and we got their new plant-based Musubis. Alright, so Hawaii 7-Eleven just recently came out with their new plant-based Musubi.
I thought you said print-based when you first said you were going to go get it. Like, they're into 3D printing now? Weird.
So it's supposed to be like a Spam Musubi, but it's vegetarian. I believe it's even vegan. So those of you who don't know, about 20 years ago, I started my vegetarian life. I was a vegetarian for about 20 years.
Everybody makes mistakes.
And back then, they never had stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they have more things for people who are vegetarians and who don't eat meat. And I think that's really great. So we're going to try it. It's very new. It just recently came out. And so we'll see how much it tastes like an actual Spam Musubi.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I smell the seaweed, and that's always been plant-based with Musubi. So I don't smell anything different.
Actually, the whatever this is, the meat substitute, really does smell a little bit like
Here's
Spam.
some without a little bit of the crust. It kind of looks like Spam too.
It kind of does, yeah. It really does. All right. So it's like a katsu style. So katsu style is like deep fried, and it's like
the breading.
Yeah, the breading is deep fried, and it also has like the teriyaki sauce on it. So we'll see how it is.
I mean, it looks and smells like a regular
really
Musubi.
Does. It really does.
Let's do them.
First of all, that texture is not that different from Spam.
No, I was going to say it has the same bite to it.
Yeah. It has like a good bite to it, and it has like a very, I'm not sure what they use, but that protein in there has a really good texture.
You know, it tastes pretty close.
It does taste pretty close. I'm really surprised about that. The only thing that I am noticing is that obviously this texture patty right here is not as salty as a Spam.
No.
It doesn't have as much flavor. But I think that the teriyaki sauce around it gives it more flavor than it normally would. But I don't think it does have the flavor that Spam does.
Tastes really good though.
I think it tastes really good. I think it's a really good substitute. So if you're vegetarian, or if you're vegan, or you don't eat meat, or you don't want to eat meat,
or you're curious and you want to try.
Right. I think this is a really good option. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really have as much flavor as regular Spam, but it's a really good substitute, I think.
I'm pretty impressed.
I am too. I think that the texture is really good. Everything's really good.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our ratings. Are you ready?
I'm curious to see what yours is going to be.
Yeah.
I think you might be surprised on mine too.
I think I will be surprised. But anyway. 1, 2, 3, show them. Wow. 4.75.
Oh, wow. I kind of figured you'd give them a 4.9 since you were a recovering vegetarian.
I'm a recovering vegetarian, as he says, and I really liked it. I wish they had stuff like this back when I was a vegetarian, because it would have been so much easier.
And you'd still be a vegetarian.
I probably would. But the thing about it is that it doesn't taste too far off from the regular Spam Musubi, which is what I really like in terms of texture.
Yeah.
In terms of taste, in terms of the way that it just feels like a regular Spam Musubi.
And I think that's the biggest thing with a lot of the vegetarian type stuff, like the fake meat. I think we probably shouldn't call it fake meat anymore, but they're getting much better at it. Over the years, they're developing so much stuff, and it's not just the flavor, because you can have something that's just as flavorful, just as good, taste exactly like, but if it doesn't have the same texture.
Yeah, the texture is so important.
In this case, it's psychological. You fit in, you eat the stuff, it's the texture of it, the look, the smell, the flavor.
It is.
That just makes a full experience, and they're getting much better at it. And this is really interesting.
They really are, because back when I was a vegetarian, they had like little
soybean everything.
Yeah, they had like patties that were like really grainy, and it was made out of really grainy stuff, and it really didn't taste like a burger. It didn't have the same texture and everything. But
Yeah.
like he said, they're getting much better about making the texture very similar to meat products. And I think that that's really good because that makes it a lot more palatable. It makes it a lot easier for vegetarians, especially vegetarians who are just starting out.
Yeah, and people that's wanting, goes to the doctor and says, you got to eat healthier.
Right.
If you can get something now, not just from a specific grocery store or a specific location inside the grocery store, but now you can get it at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
We're definitely heading in a new direction.
And I think it's a great direction because it is a lot healthier.
Yeah.
And, it is a lot better for you.
Yep, but all that aside, though, it tastes really close.
It does.
And that's where you get the value at. It's like
I
you can
think
get
so.
it quick, you can get it easy,
Yeah.
and you can get pretty close to what you're used to eating anyway.
Exactly.
A little bit more cost,
Exactly.
but the value is there.
So that's what I was going to mention. The regular Spam Musubi is $1.99, but this plant-based Musubi is $2.99. It's a little bit more expensive, like he says, but I really do think it's worth it, especially if you're trying to eat healthier, number one, or number two, if you are a vegetarian and you couldn't eat Spam Musubi, before.
A lot of benefits for only $1, folks.
But anyway, if you are in Hawaii, they are available at all 7-Eleven locations. And in fact, they just came out actually, last week.
So
you should really try it.
Yep, I've always been curious about it. Now I can say I've had it.
But anyway, thank you very much for joining us.
Aloha.